Welcome to this explainer. If you've been anywhere near the biohacking space or online insomnia communities lately, you've definitely seen one specific compound just completely dominating the conversation: Apigenin. Today we're going to unpack exactly why this wildly popular, science-backed flavonoid is taking the sleep world by storm. We're cutting right through the hype to look exclusively at the hard data.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Apigenin is a naturally occurring compound, and you can find it in everyday plants like chamomile, celery, and parsley. But in high-performance circles, it's earned a much more powerful nickname. They call it the natural brain sleeping pill. It kind of sounds like a massive claim for something you can literally find in a side salad, right?
So that brings us to the ultimate question we're answering today. Can a natural plant compound actually rewire your brain for better sleep? And, more importantly, can it do it entirely without giving you that awful, groggy morning hangover you get from traditional sleep aids? To answer that, here is our roadmap for today. First, the natural sleep star. Second, precision tuning your brain. Third, the hard clinical proof. Fourth, how to take it. And finally, beyond the magic pill.
Section 1. The natural sleep star, Apigenin's rise.
To really grasp what's going on here, we're looking at the rigorous scientific foundation from the professional sleep health data platform sleep.p1web.site. They completely toss out those vague, fluffy claims of relaxation that you see plastered on every natural sleep supplement. Instead, they demand strict, receptor-targeted neuropharmacological evidence. Because Apigenin's real power, it's not just about giving you a calm vibe. It's about highly specific molecular targeting happening deep inside your nervous system.
Section 2. Precision tuning your brain. Targeting receptors.
All right, let's zoom into the microscopic level, because this is where the biological aha moment actually happens. It's all about GABA. Think of your brain's awake and sleep states as a constant, dynamic tug-of-war between excitatory and inhibitory signals. GABA is your brain's core inhibitory neurotransmitter. It's the essential chemical that suppresses neural excitement and literally induces sleep. So if you actually want to fall asleep, GABA has to win that tug-of-war. Now, the way traditional prescription drugs handle this GABA process compared to Apigenin is just night and day. Stuff like benzodiazepines, they act like a sledgehammer. They forcibly bind to and activate those GABA-A receptors. And sure, you fall asleep quickly, but over the long haul, you're looking at receptor desensitization, drug dependence, and that absolutely brutal morning hangover. But Apigenin, it acts as what we call a positive allosteric modulator. It doesn't forcefully occupy the receptor at all. Instead, it acts more like a gentle precision tuner. It causes this subtle conformational change in the receptor so that your body's own natural GABA binds tighter and lasts longer. You're enhancing your natural inhibition without wrecking your natural sleep architecture, meaning no addiction and no withdrawal. It's pretty incredible.
Section 3. The hard clinical proof. Measurable evidence. Okay, theoretical neuroscience is absolutely fascinating, but we need hard evidence. Just look at this number, 15 to 30. Through gold standard polysomnography, or PSG, clinical monitoring, researchers found that subjects taking a standardized, high-purity Apigenin extract saw their sleep latency dropped by a massive 15 to 30 minutes. Think about that. That is up to 30 minutes of frustrating tossing and turning, literally eliminated from your night.
So the really crucial takeaway here is this dual pathway victory. On one hand, the PSG data proves it stabilizes the central nervous system, which drastically cuts down on those annoying middle-of-the-night awakenings. But then, on the other hand, we have the Hamilton Anxiety Rating Scale, or HAM-A data. In these tracking experiments, subjects dealing with mild to moderate anxiety saw huge drops in both physical and mental anxiety scores after taking Apigenin. It's essentially an incredible 2-for-1 deal, an anti-anxiety agent and a pro-sleep agent working flawlessly together.
Section 4. How to take it. Biohacker protocol.
All right, let's turn all of this clinical data into a highly practical biohacker protocol you can actually use. First up, bioavailability. Listen, you can't just crunch on a bunch of celery before bed and expect to pass out. It just doesn't work. Because of its specific chemical structure, Apigenin has really low intestinal absorption and struggles to cross the blood-brain barrier when you eat it in raw food form. To hit that effective clinical dosage, professional guidelines recommend hitting between 50 and 100 milligrams of a standardized, high-purity Apigenin supplement or drinking a highly concentrated chamomile tea. You absolutely have to bypass that natural biological barrier.
And honestly, timing is just as absolutely critical as the dosage. Because of its pharmacokinetics, Apigenin has a very fixed cycle for binding with those GABA receptors.
Taking it the exact second your head hits the pillow, not going to work. You need to hit what we call the golden window. You ingest it at T-minus 60 minutes. By T-minus 45 minutes, that active compound is actively entering your system. And by T0, the exact moment you're trying to fall asleep, the peak concentration of apigenin inside your body syncs up perfectly with your natural melatonin secretion rhythm. It's all about maximizing that sleep-inducing effect.
Section 5. Beyond the magic pill, holistic sleep system.
Now, while Apigenin is a phenomenal natural tool, the experts over at sleep.p1web.site maintain a very firm reality check. A single supplement is not going to cure complex modern insomnia all by itself. The sleep struggles we face today are a composite issue, usually driven by sky-high stress and nonstop blue light pollution. Sleep is a closed-loop system, right? Yes, it requires the proper neurotransmitters, but it also demands proper light exposure, solid body temperature regulation, and stable circadian rhythms. That's exactly why they pair scientific supplementation with things like AI acoustic tools and circadian rhythm restructuring programs. You really need a truly holistic, data-driven approach.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a question to really chew on. If you decide to tap into the incredible precision tuning power of Apigenin, what environmental factors are fighting against your new routine tonight? Is it that glowing screen still in your hand, or maybe a bedroom that's just a few degrees too warm? Apigenin can absolutely unlock the door to deep sleep, but you know what? It's entirely up to you to optimize the rest of your environment to actually walk through it.